Hasty generalization. Let us understand this with few examples. Example 1. Rosalind's boyfriend cheated her. That's why I always say that all these boyfriends are cheaters. What kind of conclusion is that? Just because Rosalind's boyfriend cheated her, how on earth somebody can conclude that all boyfriends are cheaters? That is absolutely a wrong conclusion. Conclusions of this type are called as hasty generalizations. Hasty generalizations generally result in wrong conclusions because they are based on a small number of samples. Example 2. Last year I went to India. I met a person who was very rude. Then I understood Indians are very rude. This is also a wrong conclusion. Just because some Indian is rude with you, you cannot conclude that all Indians are rude. Conclusions of this type are called as hasty generalizations. Hasty generalizations generally result in wrong conclusions because they are based on limited evidence. So, now let's look at the definition of hasty generalization. A hasty generalization fallacy is a claim made on the basis of insufficient evidence. In hasty generalization, a conclusion about a large population is drawn by using a small unrepresentative sample. In fact, hasty generalization is a faulty inductive reasoning. To understand what is a faulty inductive reasoning, we should at least know what is a deductive reasoning and what is an inductive reasoning. You see, in deductive reasoning, from a general rule, a specific conclusion is drawn. Such conclusions are always true. But whereas in an inductive reasoning, from a specific observation, general conclusions are drawn, which may not be true all the time. Here in our case, hasty generalization falls under the category of inductive reasoning. We say hasty generalization is a faulty inductive reasoning because it generally results in wrong conclusions. Now, let's look at a summary on hasty generalization. It arrives at conclusions with limited evidence. It bases a general statement on too small a sample. It builds general rules from accidental or exceptional situations. It generally results in wrong conclusions. It is a faulty inductive reasoning. It leads to misinformation and stereotypes. Stereotype means treating a person or an event as a representative of a whole group.